are painting.
You are
a whole picture.
dehumanizing an entire population,
I
and this is what happened to the Jewish people.
yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
Hitler. How was Hitler able to
Yeah, yeah.
dehumanize
I agree.
dehumanize
No,
it?
no, I agree with this. What I was going to say is
So
that
why do you
this
agree
is
with Tommy Robinson then?
because I don't necessarily agree the way he does it. But here's my point: is
It's
that
not about the way. I mean, you can do a crime in a number of different ways. Yeah.
look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's trying to. The British government, right, had not dealt with that problem for 20 years. They don't deal. They don't deal with the what would you call the Islamic terrorist issue? What would you call it?
Who?
You said you shouldn't call them Muslim terrorists. What would you call them?
Terrorists.
But the IRA, you won't call them terrorists. You have to name them specifically IRA because otherwise nobody knows what you're talking about.
No,
There's
you
different-
can't call them Muslim
there's-
terrorists. You can't call them Muslim terrorists.
But then you have there's a
Because
problem of not
because
identifying-
this is what Hitler was doing. Jewish bankers, Jewish
Yeah.
parasites, Jewish X,
Yeah, but-
Jewish Y,
Yeah.
and then what happened? What happened? Jewish Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
This is the point I'm making. When you use titles of religion and race,
Yeah.
you dehumanize it. You dehumanize the population, and then
when you-
comes
of
a
course,
genocide.
exactly,
Okay.
when you bundle everything
Okay.
together,
So
right,
you
it
being
goes-
a Jewish man
And I
should
agree
know.
with you.
You should
And I
know.
agree with
Yeah.
you. And I agree with you.
So
And I
stop
agree with
standing
you.
next to Tommy Robinson.
But this is what
The
I'm trying
fact
to
that
get
you're a
to.
Zionist
Let me
doesn't mean
finish.
you have to support him.
Let me finish my point.
Yeah,
Let me finish my point.
yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's a language problem. If you don't know how to identify a certain group, right, then many people will use the first identifier. Now, if you say, for example, ISIS terrorists, right, then people know what you're talking about.
Yes.
But you've got.
But that doesn't mean Muslims.
You've got exactly. Well, exactly, because
Yeah.
not all Muslims
Yeah.
are ISIS,
Yeah.
obviously, right? But if you've got a group of terrorists that are Muslim and they don't have a specific name, people will automatically, right, and call them Muslim. And that's
Call
the
them
problem.
ISIS terrorists.
And
Call them ISIS
let's
terrorists.
Let's call them ISIS terrorists.
Yes,
Now-
call them. Don't call them Muslim terrorists. If you call them Muslim terrorists, then what Hitler did is exactly what the newspapers are doing to Muslims today, and this is exactly what Tommy Robinson is doing. And you, out of all people, being a Jewish,
I just told you
Yeah.
that you should not paint everybody with the same brush. So you don't have to beat a dead horse because I've agreed with that.
So that's what people like Tommy Robinson are doing.
So that's my point. That's my point.
He's,
What I'm
he's,
saying-
he's a drug addict.
He's
Okay.
not a drug addict.
I mean,
What I'm
he's
saying-
on his
what I'm
videos.
saying- like I
He's
said, I
come
don't
on. He's
agree- I don't
on his video. I'm only saying what I've seen on videos, right? I mean, he looks out of his mind in some of the videos, and he's clearly
But the thing is, what I'm saying is the
He was done for
government
fraud.
hasn't- Okay, but the government hasn't dealt with this, right, for many years. And all this is doing is he's trying to deal with it the best. He's trying to fight it the best way he could.
We have
many
just-
of this, and many of this came up to the
No
open,
one,
many-
no.
because
Let me clarify something. Firstly, this guy Stephen Yaxley Lennon, who doesn't use his real name, Tommy Robinson.
why people would
Okay,
do that. What's the
okay.
point?
Who is he?
People know-
Why has he become so important? He can't put two sentences together without making a mistake, right? He's uneducated. He's uneducated. He came from the street. He was done for fraud. Okay, he was a criminal for that reason. Okay, why has he become so important? Because he is peddling hate against Muslims, not because of grooming gang issue. Let me tell you why. Because the grooming gang issues is not his real issue. I'm telling you why. His real issue is the money he's receiving.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
I can be.
You've got no-
You can
you have
disagree.
got evidence. Okay,
You
know,
can
where's the
disagree.
evidence? I'll tell you what. Why don't you bring? Do you have
Okay,
evidence?
I'll tell you. I'll
Okay,
give you the
go on,
evidence.
give me
Okay,
evidence.
the money he's receiving
Yeah.
to do his activities.
Yeah.
He has houses now. His book, which he hasn't written himself, was published immediately. Without, he's flying around in some of the European countries, staying in expensive hotels. All of this is coming from somewhere. He doesn't have
that's
the.
your
He
evidence
doesn't. No. He doesn't have the money. He
That's
does.
your evidence is coming from
No. Plus.
What's the
I'm not.
difference?
No. Wait. There are articles.
That's a conspiracy. You're talking about.
I'm saying I don't know the full.
Somebody being anti-Semitic and
I am
painting
saying
everybody with the
I
same
am
brush.
saying
Here's a
I don't know
conspiracy
the
theory,
full
which is incredibly
I don't know the
anti-Semitic
full
without evidence. You're just
magnitude
accusing
of his
them.
sources.
But where's your evidence? You have no evidence. You're
Okay,
just saying
wait.
It's a conspiracy theory. You're
Okay,
just,
there is
you have-
evidence.
Well,
There
what's
is
the
evidence. Okay.
The evidence is that it's got
Um,
money. That's the evidence.
There is an
That's
article.
ridiculous.
There's an article that some think tank, some Zionist think tank, was apparently funding him.
Okay, so somebody else came up with the theory, not you.
No.
Is that what you're
It's
saying?
not my theory.
So it's not
No,
your theory.
no.
So therefore,
No,
you accept
I'm
it.
not in. I'm not.
Because if I come up with a theory, you automatically accept it. What
Okay.
does that even mean? Is there evidence or there's no evidence?
I am saying.
If somebody else comes up with a theory, why is
wait.
it any better if you
I
come up
I
with
am
a theory?
saying. Wait.
It's
I
either have
I
evidence
I
or
am
not.
saying. I am saying. I can only go by reporting. Reports
you
can
go
be
by
true.
evidence.
They can.
No, you go by evidence.
Okay.
If somebody comes up with a theory, you don't say this is the fact without the evidence. Anybody, otherwise I'll just follow anybody.
Okay.
This guy said this. Oh yeah. Oh, it was reported that way. Was there evidence or not? Well, that's what we're just discussing right now. Well, I mean, I don't support everything that he says, but I mean, I support somebody who fights for.
Just because Tommy Robinson gets funding by designers.
And here's the thing. Here's another thing. You're comparing Tommy Robinson to people that are anti-Semitic, right? Another big difference is that Tommy Robinson says many times he's not anti-Muslim.
Okay.
He's trying to fight this specific issue. Yeah.
Times of Israel.
Okay.
Times of Israel.
Okay.
The picture of Tommy Robinson
So
on the report. Wait. No, don't jump around. Oh no, we're having a discussion now. Why are US pro-Israel groups boosting a far-right anti-Muslim UK extremist? They are asking this question. Okay.
There's many.
The Gatestone Institute publishes pieces defending Tommy Robinson, and the Middle East Forum is offering him financial help, ostensibly in the name of free speech. Why is the question? Times of Israel reported on this. Okay, so here goes your entire, argument for whatever.
Okay, I've never heard about that.
Okay, you go and read it. Just Google Tommy. Okay, Google Tommy Robinson funded by Zionists. You will see a plethora of articles. Okay, so I'm not making this up. Okay, why would they do this? So this is Islamophobia being funded by. Apparently, I'm not saying I don't know the full details. Okay, this is reported by the Time of Israel, and other newspapers in Britain have reported similarly that he's being funded by Zionist think tanks. Why? Why would they fund an Islamophobe? Someone who hates Muslims to an extent. Actually, I don't believe he hates Muslims. He's been funded to hate. He is being no. Trust me, believe me, because he doesn't have the intellectual ability or the knowledge or the acumen to actually come up with a tangible, intelligent theory on any faith for that matter. It's money. It's money.
I want to check something.
It's money. It's money. Money drives people.
I want to see what the
Okay.
Middle East Institute is. I bet you it's not an Israeli. It's not an Israeli organization. It's not an Israeli organization.
Well, you can check that and come back to me, okay?
I'll check
So I want to continue this discussion. As we have already highlighted, that you as a Jewish gentleman, okay, and I respect you, okay, and this is why I'm having this discussion. It doesn't befit you, being a people of scripture, being a people of an ancient tradition, siding with unintellectual, unintelligent, illiterate, uneducated people like that who are simply peddling hate against a vulnerable community which once the Jewish people were themselves. In Germany, the Jewish people were they became vulnerable because similar tactics, similar language, similar rhetoric was used against the Jewish people, okay? And the Jews are taking the world. The Jews are going to destroy the world. The Jews are going to do this. The Jews are going to do that. Go and see the reporting on the Jewish people in some of the German newspapers in the 40s and pick up some of the reports of Daily Mail, okay, and pick up some of the reports or some of the language of these right-wing, I don't think they're right-wing, they're not anything, okay. Some of these Islamophobes, bigots, the language they're using is exactly the same language Nazis were using against the Jewish people, your people.
I don't believe the
So
same
you,
language at
out
all.
of all
I don't
people,
believe the same
you
language.
should be standing with us.
I don't believe the same language at all. I don't believe it. Look, here's the thing. There's a
Demographics?
There's a few
Okay.
differences that are fundamental. Okay.
Okay, what were the Nazis saying about the Jewish people? How did they dehumanize the Jewish population to an extent?
They were a few things.
Number one.
They were racist, right? So they believed that the Germans
Okay,
were
stop there.
superior
Stop there.
race.
Stop there.
Okay, that's
Stop
fine,
there.
that's
Tommy
fine.
Robinson is saying that these Muslim men are grooming these girls because they think they are cheap meat. There you go. That's a response to you. Same language. Number two. Point number two.
It's not.
Let's move on.
Tommy Robinson
No,
is
it's
not
the
saying
same
that
thing.
He is a better race than,
No,
than
no.
white
He
race
is
are
saying
better
he's
than- it's not the same thing at all.
insinuating that the Muslim men, and these are not even Muslim
But
men.
is it-
How Muslim are they? How Muslim are they?
Okay, but
How Jewish is Epstein?
He was using
How Jewish is Epstein?
Epstein he was
Epstein.
claiming that they had said.
Epstein.
There's a very big difference.
Wait.
Difference between that.
I'm asking how Jewish is Epstein?
A Nazi saying,
Yeah.
right, that we are superior race to you. That is totally different than somebody saying, I have evidence that they have said that
They did not. They did not
It's
kill
totally
6
different.
million Jews because of that.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no, you're going through
I'm
the thing.
saying
You're
how
going
did
through
the
thing.
D?
So you've dealt with. So we've gone through the first one.
Yeah.
Right, now
The
let's go through
second
the
one.
other
Yeah. Second
Okay.
one.
Another major.
So the language is similar.
No, I just said it's not similar.
It's similar. It's similar.
I just showed you it's not.
Okay,
I just
let
showed you
people
it's not.
decide.
Okay, people
Similar.
decide. Okay, so the other thing is that he's trying to fight a specific issue, right? And what he's saying is, right, this issue hasn't been dealt with by the government, and he's dealing with a real issue that happened. Whereas in Nazi Germany, these were conspiracy theories. For example, Hitler claimed that the Jewish people didn't help with
Okay. Okay.
with
Now let me respond to
all
you.
these conspiracy
Are you aware that Jewish people were accused of child abuse and child sacrifice?
You mean the blood libels? Is that what you're referring to? Do you believe
Jewish
them?
people? No, of course not. I'm only.
So it's not something that's not to your
Why am I telling you these things? Because you confessed earlier to being a supporter of Tommy Robinson. Okay, I hope you will change your mind by the time we finish today. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I really hope you change your mind today. Okay. Now you gave the second reason why the Jewish people were dehumanized and then were massacred in those large numbers. 6 million Jewish people suffered. Okay.
They were scapegoated, right? And
Okay.
based on
The
conspiracy
second
theories.
charge you
Is
said.
that the same as what Tommy Robinson is doing?
Yes, he's saying
so
he's saying
so the
that the
grooming
government is not dealing with this problem. These
Yeah, and is that not
Muslim perverts, this is the language he's using, are targeting our English maidens, our English girls. So therefore, I am going to now take up this charge. Okay. Now we've already discussed that he is deliberately ignoring the elephant in the room. Okay. We are saying that those people who are grooming children to abuse them.
I've already dealt with that. Okay,
Wait.
tell me how responsive.
Let me finish my point so that you can.
I know, but you're going around in circles.
We are saying that those people who are grooming children, whether they are Muslim, Christian, Jewish, white, black, green, yellow, whatever ethnicity they come from, they are scumbags. And they deserve the worst punishments. Okay, this is clear. This is our perspective on grooming and child abuse and pedophilia. This is my Muslim perspective. Okay, so there are no questions on that point. But why is this person being funded by Zionist think tanks, as I've clearly shown you, is peddling hate specifically against Muslim grooming gangs, and is not talking pull out articles again where they said this is a myth. Islamophobes are repeatedly repeating that the Muslims are grooming children in this country. Yeah, while it may be true that the gangs, the way they work in gangs, in taxi stations and in restaurants up north in some of these smaller towns like Rochdale and other places, definitely 100%, they may have the monopoly in these little towns. Okay, these scumbags, and they need to be thrown into prison, and the keys need to be thrown away. These scumbags may have, but wider. What about wider Britain? Okay, from the northernmost tip of Scotland to the southernmost point of Britain. What about this in this country? Okay, the majority of pedophiles, the elephant in the room, okay, are white British men. So if your problem is pedophilia,
you just said that you can't say Muslim, you can't say Jews, you can't say Irish. How come you're saying white British men?
But I'm saying it shouldn't be.
That's ridiculous.
No, let me tell you.
That's ridiculous.
That
makes no sense.
No,
So
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point, and you will understand.
That was my question. That was what.
Wait,
I said it's an issue.
I'm making a point. I'm making a point.
If you don't have an answer, then let him.
Let me.
What I'm saying is it's being
Let me finish my
That's
point.
My point is not.
Sorry, what's your name? Your name?
I
I forgot your name.
If you don't.
What's your name?
Nathan.
Nathan,
Yeah.
let me finish my point, and then you can come back in. Okay, I'm saying this is the elephant in the room. So if you want to use the term Muslim, if you want to for grooming gangs, then you you would be more qualified, or you would have more substance to use the title white British men abusing children on an epidemic scale. Okay, but no, I am saying no to that. Don't use that language, because now you are actually tarnishing an entire race, an entire community. So I am saying we should not use that language. This is my argument.
Okay.
Just like you should not use the word Jewish. The Nazis, the way they were able to dehumanize the Jewish people was by using the word Jew. In every single thing they talked about, Jew, 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 Jew. And they were doing Jew, Jew, and that caused the death of 6 million people. Likewise, you out of all people, being a Jewish man, should not be siding with people like that. Okay? Yeah, this is my argument, and this is why I'm so concerned about you.
Okay,
That
well,
you,
there's-
yeah.
look, there's a
You
few
see the
issues.
point now?
Well, there's multiple issues, and I addressed them. Maybe you can say what I already answered to a few of those issues, because do you want to say what I responded to that, or should I do it again? 'Cause
No, you can do it again. I've made my point, because I'm saying the reasons you're giving for your support
for Tommy.
for Tommy Robinson are absolutely redundant. They are unintelligent. They don't make sense. They're irrational, to say the least. Being a Jewish man, and having known what Jewish people have been through throughout their history. I mean, Jewish people were accused of sacrificing children, poisoning wells, and they were massacred. They were massacred throughout Europe, throughout European history. I've studied that history. I know what Jewish people, and they were taking refuge with the Muslims. Muslims were actually taking the Jewish people into their arms. We protected them in our history, and we're proud of that fact, that we protected a vulnerable race of people who were facing extinction at the hands of lying propaganda, right? Like propaganda, just like this. So why were the Jewish people massacred throughout the Middle Ages, and why were they brutalized? Because of these false accusations and the language the Catholic Church was using, or the clergy were using at the time, and today the journalists are using against Muslim people. Okay,
Let me respond to that. Let me respond to that.
same history being repeated.
Okay, so let me
Yeah,
respond to
yeah.
that. Okay, so there's a few issues here. Number one, there's a very big difference between somebody accusing a group of people of doing something that they didn't do, right, and somebody accusing a group of people, or not even a group of people, but like labeling, using the label of Muslim grooming gangs.
Yes.
Even though not all of them, but the fact is that the people, the perpetrators that did it,
But
they
I-
actually did do it.
But
right?
I gave you an example of.
I'm just saying why you can't compare it. I'm saying it's not the same thing.
No,
You
but
have to compare
I
like with
responded
like.
to that point by giving the example of Henry Ford. When he wrote his book, The International Jew, The World's Foremost Problem, he used actual examples of the Jewish people influencing policies that were, in his eyes, harming the Americans. And then Hitler picked up that book, and what was the result? So you cannot use few examples to tarnish an entire race.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why there's multiple issues, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
There are 3 million Muslims. Sorry, go ahead,
Okay.
finish. Yeah.
So here's the thing. So I do agree with you. Like I said to you before, and I said this before. I do agree with you using language like that, right? Using certain, if you use a label to say that these people are doing bad things, it labels the whole group, and that is a massive problem.
But that's what
I
Tommy
do-
does.
I know, and I agree with you. It's a big problem.
So why do you
What
support him then?
Well, what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that he's doing the best he can in that situation, right?
No one disagrees with the problem of.
the government. It's the government not dealing with it is the main situation.
No,
Because
you're
they-
wrong. Sorry,
because-
I've already given you the reasons why he's doing it. He's not doing it
No,
for.
that's your opinion.
No,
That's
no,
your
no.
opinion.
I just gave you evidence.
Just-
I gave you evidence that he's being funded.
He's
He's been
doing-
funded
he's
to
been
peddle
doing
hate
this-
against
he's been doing
Muslims.
this for he's been doing this for a long time, long
Right.
before any of the.
He's doing it for money.
Long
He's
before
a low life.
and
He has no life. He has no life otherwise. He can't make money otherwise.
that's your opinion.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean,
that's
it's
all
clear.
evidence.
It's clear. It's
It's
clear.
not that I don't believe
Okay,
there's any evidence for
so
that. I don't believe there's any
and it surprises me that an intelligent man like yourself would end up supporting someone like that, while you know your history. You know how Jewish people were so.
Can I ask you a question? What do you think of Malcolm X? Do you think that he was